Hey, my name is Nicholas Christopher Janicki, and I am an entrepreneur, which, that sounds a lot like manure. It's like entre-manure. But, it's got 4 E's, so it'd be a great word for the Wheel of Fortune, I think. As everyone here, we've invited our friends and family out, people that work for us, and I just have to say, if you guys don't laugh your ass off, those that work for me, you're all fired Monday. All of you. But no, we've you go through your broke days as a business owner, and I've broke my bank account on many occasions, had my spirits broken, lost and broken my temper, which happens, and just you get so mad sometimes, you're just like, sorry. But frankly, you buy stupid stuff when you have a little money. And I'm doing a little better now, so I have something called a Keurig coffee maker. So if anybody's heard of this, it dispenses half a cup of coffee, and that's on the large setting. So I'm a little terrified to try out the small setting. I feel like I'm going to be licking the bottom of my coffee cup. The small setting tastes pretty good. And then, this was actually a gift from my mom, and I love you, Mom. And, I looked it up, though, and Keurig in Dutch is little princess. That is the definition. And so the Dutch, they're laughing at us in Deutschland in their giant castles, and they're like, oh, silly Americans, we don't live in Deutschland, we live in the Netherlands. That is why the volume of liquid being dispensed is so small, is we are buying something meant for a little girl's tea party. And, one of my favorite purchases is a bidet. So I have a bidet, and it's a French word, and it basically means the little frog that spits on your dirty parts. That's a very rough translation, very rough. But this is a $600 Vortex Action bidet. And my toilet paper comes with its own electric bill. So, when I turn this thing on, the lights in my house get and so if my mom-in-law and my wife are downstairs talking, my mom-in-law will look at my wife and just be like, why are the lights in your house flickering for 15 minutes non-stop? Is something wrong? And my wife will just, and they have this thing because, they're related to their last decision. So my wife will just say, you just had a bad breakfast for me. And there's a $400 bidet. It doesn't come with the Vortex Action. And this is the key. The Vortex Action, this thing, it really gets in there. It cleans. The radius is good. And what basically happens, I can tell a lot of people are pretty judgy right now. So I'm going to say this. You've never taken a piece of toilet paper, okay? You've never done this and been like, it's kind of warm, it's clean. Vortex Action across the sky, double rainbows. We've never done that. It's never happened with toilet paper. Okay. Now, I think a lot of people are probably in the market for a bidet after this discussion. There is an $1,000 version, and the $1,000 version basically just has a button. And I'm afraid to push this button. It just says marks for his pleasure. So I have pushed it once, and basically just this little hand comes out. Kind of massages your nuts a little bit. Just to be clear, I'm not talking about the nuts that squirrels hide away in the winter time. Okay? And so the moral of the story is, if you do well in business, you can basically buy stupid stuff. And entrepreneurial squirrels actually have large nuts. I saw this on a show. And that's why you don't see a lot of squirrels in business, is they have small nuts. It also doesn't help to be a little nuts, unless it does hurt, and then you're screwed. Well, unless you're a prostitute, and I'm talking figuratively, but hey, aren't we all a little loose for money? All right, thank you.